We're really excited to bring a new map at Year 7 for the players. It was a really big challenge to secure something that is fresh, that feels new, but also that keeps the same level of quality standard that we've accustomed our players to. So the map is set in Ireland. It's a older style, classical style manor or castle. It was made into a country club for the elites of the world. First floor was modernized for the enjoyment of the guests, but the second floor has still a more classical style for the private, the elites, and maybe the shady deals they do there. Coming back after so long, creating a new map, it was hard to get a new starting point in terms of thematics and vibe that we wanted. Finding the location was a challenge for the team, but I think we really hit the target right in the bullseye and created something that is quite unique and enjoyable. We really wanted to take what we've learned with the old maps and really bring a new one with those learnings. I really like when I know where I am, I know what is coming next. That's something that is really important to make a map enjoyable, is that it's easy to learn. And the faster you get to know the map, the faster you'll get enjoyment out of it. And that's what we strove for.
So for the very first time in Siege history, we're going to have an operator that can patch up holes. Azami brings the kiba barriers, which are a kunai-shaped device that you can throw, and when it sticks, it will release a gas that will quickly solidify into a bulletproof surface. So the idea of having an operator that can patch up holes is something that comes up pretty much every time you ask someone to come up with an idea for an operator. We've had many operators that can destroy the map in many different ways. You know, when you think about Siege, you think about destruction, you think about how the map can really change all the way throughout the round. There weren't any ways to rebuild the map, and we come up with this idea of having something that you can throw and really be free in the way you want to deploy your patch. The role of Azami is really an anchor. You know, she's an architect, so you want her close to the objective. You want her close to your anchor players so she can provide the necessary cover for them. You want her close to the walls that you're going to expect some form of breach. So you want her on site. That's where she's the strongest. So Azami is a total game changer. Literally. For the first time and ever, the defenders can actually protect themselves from vertical play, which is something that was never possible before. If you had a buck or a sledge right above you, making holes on the floor, you were kind of, you know, in panic, and you had to run away. You had to get out of there. There wasn't anything you could do, but now you can. Now you can throw a patch, you can throw a kiba barrier there, and actually provide you with some real cover vertically, which is something that it's completely new for Siege. You can patch a ace hole, Ibana hole, anything you can think of. You can also even patch up a hatch that's been open. The possibilities are really endless, and it's really something that would completely change the game. We're sure of that. So the loadout for Azami, in terms of primary, she's equipped with the 9x19 SVN, which is the SMG that most people would know as Kapkan's SMG. On other option, you can also bring the ACS-12, which is the sort of like auto shotgun that you can see on Maestro and Alibi. And secondary weapon, she brings the D50. In terms of generic gadget, she brings the impact grenades and barbed wires. She works really, really well with operators like bandits because she can provide covers that weren't existing before. She can create bulletproof surfaces that can really protect a bandit that's actively trying to bandit trick. Considering that you can use the gadget on pretty much any surfaces, you can also use it to block drone holes. If you have a few areas on different maps like Consulate, where a garage door, you know, it's the big door that's usually a bandit trying to bandit trick, and it's a very vulnerable place, and there's a drone hole right next to you that's begging to have a Twitch drone go through, a grenade go through, and really deal damage to your bandit. But with this gadget, you can actually block that hole. You can block the yellow stairs and provide your bandit with plenty of cover to actively bandit trick and be relatively safe, actually. In addition, she can also work really well with Mira. With her gadget, she can actually create half reinforced wall It's not the same as like an actual reinforced wall, but you can place it on the soft wall, so you can really create some really exciting new ways of setting your defense. Since the gadget is bulletproof, it's going to be a very good, useful tool to protect you, but you can't really rely too much on it because it's also very easy to deal with. Any explosive will destroy the gadget. It also can be destroyed by 3 melee hits if you don't have any explosives at your disposal.
So when we released new sights and scope in Year 5 Season 3, we opted to distribute them in a way that would make each operator loadout feel special and unique. But we realized that players felt frustrated that they didn't have access to all the sights on any weapon. So what we're doing next season is that we're going to give you access to all 1x sights on all primary weapons. So you will be able to choose any sights that you prefer and engage in gunfights in a comfortable way. So we are super excited to finally let players play attacker repicks. We've been talking about that for a while. And going through player feedback, we see that everything was working as expected for us. It was easy to use, the technical aspects were working as well. It's obviously a big meta change, but we'll monitor that during the live phase. We will be able to tweak anything if needed. I think it's very important to have it finally available to start the new year. And I think it will be very exciting to see how it changes the distribution and the way players play the game, especially in attack. We were happy to release the attacker repick in the lab TS because it's a very special environment. You don't have to test other features, and so that allowed us to have feedback like very focused on that feature. So that helped us a lot trying to know what was working and what wasn't working in the feature. So yeah, thank you to everyone that played on the lab test server. It made a huge difference for us, gave us the confidence to be able to release that feature. We're really thankful for that.
So last December, we had our first TS lab in which we introduced Team Deathmatch game mode. We had a blast watching players run around the different maps with different operators and different combination of many of the same operators, and just have a blast on this game mode. And we collected a lot of feedback on this game mode, and it was super fun to read all the feedback. It was honestly overwhelmingly positive, which is why I'm super excited right now to announce that, well, this game mode is going to be coming in this season with all the awesome content that we've already announced. This is a permanent game mode, so this game mode is here to stay. And we're super excited for you to jump in and get more people to experience this awesome game mode that we worked on.
Currently, Goyo's explosive canister is attached to a deployable shield, which allows defenders to use the gadget more aggressively and hold the strong positions from behind the shield. The main issue we've spotted with the current system was that Goyo was picked mainly because of the shield. And the meta evolved in a way that he became an issue for competitive, because attackers needed a lot of explosive and utility just to deal with him. Additionally, he was designed to be an alternative for a smoke, but he wasn't used like that. The main change we are introducing in Goyo is removing the shield. So now the gadget will be only the explosive canister. This should encourage players to use it for what it was designed, time and area denial. We are also increasing the number of canisters because you will need to replace them, so it is less reactive than a smoke, and maybe not all of them will be impactful during the round. Finally, we are tweaking the canister's fire. The area will be bigger and it will last longer to compensate the lack of adaptation during the action phase.
Yes, indeed, you heard it right. Match replay is coming to console finally. We're so happy to give this feature to our console players. We've been waiting for a long time. I know they've been waiting also for a long time, so we're pretty excited and happy to offer this feature with the new season that is coming. So first of all, I just want to let you know that our console players have always been in our focus. We always wanted to give this feature to them. It's just that on console, we want to have a certain degree of quality.